Wagwan. Kiss your boy, Jadon, Legendary. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. The one and only Aurylus is here. Okay? Now for those who do not know, Blah, Night Elf Druid, my other Night Elf Druid, not Midsummer. He is balance slash feral. She is all tank activity, as you can see by that 41,000 health. Okay, she is a part of the Titans Guild. For those who do not know, that is all my tank characters over on Moonguard, who I do all the world boss solos on, which I will be trying to get back into. You know what I'm saying? I need to get them leveled up and whatnot. So that is Govera, Navega, Nazoni, Aurylus, Aurora, Adion, and I think there's one other character I might be missing. Did I say Navega? So that's all my tank characters where I'll be soloing world bosses and crap. You've seen a couple of videos way back when. I need to get back into that though. I gotta level them up. But for now, I might attempt that here on Wrath of the Lich King. For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying, I tank world bosses on all my Moonguard characters, like I said earlier. So with her and all those other characters being absolutely ridiculously busted in terms of overall gear and whatnot, I'm like, you know what, why don't I take these fools and just see if I have the facilities to farm or kill world bosses on my own. This damage ain't the greatest, but it ain't bad either. They're not doing much of nothing to me in terms of damage either, so. Straight eating. Oh my goodness, straight eating, boy. Where the fuck you going? I got whirlwind and splash damage, baby. Holy, this is kind of freaking busted. Like, the damage ain't crazy, but I have 62,000 health, and she just started healing out of no dang where. I got my thorns on, so I want to do that over here on Wrath of the Lich King and maybe Vanilla. I don't know so much about Vanilla. Vanilla is kind of anti-solo. You know, that's when the game just started, so everything was rough and raw. You know what I'm saying? There was no let me goof around with some crazy builds and crazy gear. It was hey, you get in this freaking raid, get your gear and get out of here, pretty much. So I don't know how well that's gonna work. I've tried in the past with I made a build for a paladin, and I thought it was nasty. You know what I'm saying? It had crazy mana regen, crazy defense. I went to go fight something. I don't remember what it was, and I got slaughtered in like 2 hits. Now, to be fair, it was kind of a ridiculous NPC that I went for. I'm gonna keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? It was a bit of a ridiculous NPC. It was definitely not an NPC you should attempt to solo. That being a... What the fuck was it? It was a boss, not a boss. It was a NPC in AQ. So of all things I could have went for, I went for a NPC in AQ. So, to be fair, you know what I'm saying? We'll never actually know if I had the facilities to pull that off or not, considering I chose not ruins, no, not ruins, temple. Of all things, I attempted to see if I could kill an NPC in frickin' temple by myself. It was the very first NPC, the big bird, the winged bird guy. The very first NPC you run into, the one that walks back and forth, not the big four movie sats. Yeah, see, the damage ain't even crazy. It's just the fact that your survivability is so freaking ridiculously high. There's nothing anybody could possibly do to you at 55,000 health. You know what I'm saying? What could someone do to you? Practically nothing. You have 55,000 health. And let me show y'all everything, as a matter of fact. So 7 grand AP, because that's just what the gear nets you, you know what I'm saying, when you're wearing, because druids at this time around had to wear DPS gear for their tank and stuff. So we sitting here at 7,000, what the fuck? 7,000 AP. Okay. That's just number 1. What the fuck? Oh, he gonna take the base. I need some backup. I need some backup! He rooted me for enough perfect time to be able to take the dang base. Well, I'm gonna die now because I got no backup over here. I'm by my dang self. I got no backup. Getting rooted too. I gotta go, y'all. I don't think I can go. God dog it. What was the freaking backup, man? A one-person pull-up after I die. Why is this so realistic? You know what I'm saying? That's what happens in real BG. You sitting there fighting for your life, and people show up after you die. God dog it. Yeah, you gotta wear AP gear and all that. So AP is ridiculous just naturally because of what we have to wear. Then dumb stamina, because y'all know I love my stamina builds. And that's how I do. I love my stamina builds, baby. Hey, if I get stuck here, you gonna be stuck here with me too. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was that? An invisible beetle just ran at me. And the damage is not even crazy. It's just so much. As you can see, it's just so much damage that it's like, what the fuck? A lot of small hits. Because you just have too much health for anything to be able to stop you. No heals allowed. Ma'am. Wait, which one of these hit harder? What's the name? Oh, I don't even have my what's the name down for proper freaking stance dancing. I'm messing up. There we go. Now we're set and ready to go for proper stance dancing to get out of any bit of danger that we get into. 50,000 health. Now, I don't know if the Druid's the healthiest. I haven't geared up my Death Knights to nothing yet, which we will get to them. Now, the only ones that's going to be tough is Nazoni and... Oh, the one I did forget, May. That's my monk. So those two are going to be kind of tough because that's a monk and a Death Knight. So I don't know, I mean a Demon Hunter, so I don't really know how I'm going to make them properly and have them defensive at the same time. I guess just give them a lot of defense gear and make them the same way I made Owala and Kabuki. It's about the best I can think of for them too. Which I don't see why that wouldn't work. Stupendous amounts of health, stupendous gear. Defense through the roof. I don't see how it wouldn't work, you know what I'm saying? Go for it. Go over here, you piece of garbage. Bleeds on this fool. You keep trying to get behind me, man. You're gonna die, baby. I don't even know if I can climb from here. Okay. Leave me down here. I don't even know if I can get back up. Alright, Rogue. Just keep on following me. I need you to... Oh, yeah, fight him. God dog it. Trying to get to it before they can cap it. I don't think nobody gonna spawn here fast enough, though. Got everything else down pat, though. The sheer defense is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely ridiculous. Now, in terms of heals and heal output, this isn't, of course, as nearly as good as it is in the modern day. He murdered that fool. But it's pretty freaking nasty. Modern day druids are quite broken. Although apparently I hear Death Knights ain't in a good spot, which is not good because I freaking love the Death Knight. The Death Knight was always one of my favorite tanks. Especially, oh my goodness, that's all I played during Cataclysm was my DK. You know what I'm saying? I literally did not play anybody else. That was the first time ever Jadam, my rogue, had saw little gameplay. But at the same time, he saw a lot of gameplay because my Death Knight's name is Jadam and he looks exactly the same. That's why I call him DK Jadam. I still need to see if it's possible for me to invite them to a group. What would happen if you did? I might add it into the intro of a video or something. I feel like that'd be pretty. Oh shoot, a lot of people there. I feel like that'd be pretty hilarious. Just having two Jadams in one group, DK Jadam and Rogue Jadam. You know what I'm saying? Where are these two? Shaman? Oh shoot, come on over here, boy. No. Okay. I remember the first time I saw somebody playing a tank class, the first time I ever wanted to give the tank class a go was back in Wrath of the Lich King. I was doing PvP, Winter Grasp specifically. I remember this easily. I was on Jadam, of course. I was doing Winter Grasp, and I saw a human paladin. It was a white character. She had the black ponytail. And she had 57,000 health. And that was an early stage of Wrath of the Lich King. That wasn't later stages of Wrath of the Lich King. That was fairly early parts of Wrath of the Lich King. Yet this fool was running around with 57,000 health. And of course, not a single death to be found, because how do you stop a paladin with 57,000 health in the early stages of Wrath of the Lich King? You don't. Simple as that. You don't. Unless you get in a freaking tank or something, but the problem is we was winning that battle, so they didn't have no tanks to make that happen. So she's just sitting here running around with 57k, practically untouchable. Because tanks, man. Tanks a lot, man. I want to give a shout out to whoever that paladin was. Because of her, I now have a full selection of tank classes, including a warlock who is capable of soloing world bosses, all because I saw that paladin. And I quickly made a Death Knight, wondering if it's possible for the Death Knight to be that strong. Now, the reason why I went for the Death Knight was because at that time I wasn't very good with the Paladin. Shoot, realistically, I'm not that good today with the Paladin. I just, you know, experience allows you to seem a lot better than you really are a lot of the times. I don't know, maybe it's a situation like Forza. I remember I was recording a Forza video. I was saying, you know, I'm not that good at racing. I'm not as good at racing as you people might make it, might seem, think. Just for me to realize, no joke, a legitimate realization. I didn't realize, but I was winning first place by a mile. Nobody was catching me. And like I said, it ain't no thing to brag, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you don't recognize how good you might be at something. Sometimes you'll shoot yourself down without even realizing it. And might be a lot better than you even realize. They all gonna come over. I can't kill all these fools by myself. I can quickly get him out of here. That's numbers redacted immediately. Boom. He's like, "Whoa!" Look how hard he's not hitting me. And like I said, the Druid don't even hit that hard. It's just so much defense. It's a ridiculous level of defense. Oh shoot, I'm by myself now. I should probably kill you because now you're healing. God dog it, I ain't got no backup out here. There we go. We got the warrior back in action. Even though that's the warrior that got bodied by this dang shaman. But somebody is better than nobody. You know what I mean? Put the fire on you so I can get a little extra damage out in this piece. Healing? I don't think so, baby. None of that. The crit the freaking shaman has is pretty ridiculous. The druid has is pretty ridiculous too. Like, I'm critting a lot. Somebody gonna die before I do. God dog it. If it's one or two. Go with these freaking busted Death Knights, god dog it. I would die just before the game in. Hey, that is some freaking Death Knights is ultra broken. That is some pretty severe defense right there. I like that. Not as strong as the warrior, but I would say a bit better in terms of defense due to having a form of self-heals. I'm lasting very long. I don't even think the warrior would have lasted that long. However, the warrior does have a way more damage. Actually, hold on. Let me back out here. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all what I'm working with right now. So I'm about to make all my tank characters because I want to start soloing stuff. So you already know we made Nevega and did a little bit of stuff on her not too long ago. Rylus is now here. Okay. 80 on my Death Knight. We got Maybella. This is the person I forgot. This is my monk. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make her act and feel like a brewmaster monk while still having some sort of toughness. Nazoni, this is gonna be an easier one just because rogues naturally have a lot of dodge. We got invasion, all that other good stuff, so that's gonna be pretty easy to do actually. And we have Aurora here, who is my ultra tanky warlock. I'm so mad too because back in the day, I was actually recording a video with her. It was Tiragard Sound. I was soloing the world boss there, which is the big bird, Azerthus or whatever the frick his name is. I was so close, y'all. And I was doing it without the Void Walker. It was a Void Walker-less run. No Void Walker, just her, eating damage like it was nothing. And I was so close. And people popped up, killed them. And after that, no matter what the fuck I did, this was before I thought of the idea of going to a dead server. So here I am, thinking, oh, it's late at night, ain't nobody gonna pop up. Man, this is freaking Moonguard. People gonna pop up. It's like being on Zul'jin and thinking ain't nobody gonna pop up. People gonna pop up. Tacondrius, people gonna pop up. Now, if I was on Dragonblight, yeah, sure, maybe. Fortunately, Dragonblight, I love that server, but dang, it is ultra dead. That server ain't been live since freaking early Cataclysm. But, you know, I was so freaking close. And then after that, after trying, I just, for the life of me, could not get the solo to happen because people just kept popping up. I'm like, it's so late. Go to sleep, you busters. But then I thought about myself. I'm like, shoot, I'm sitting here. I'm up. But, you know, that was before I thought, hey, go to a dead server. Invite yourself to a low level. Go to a dead server. If only if I would have thought about that beforehand. Those would have been some pretty easy runs. Because I was holding it down. So I never got to make it happen. But one of these days, you know what I'm saying, I will try to get those characters leveled up. And we could go back to soloing some world bosses. But for now, and I might solo some heroics, boy. I do have a Cataclysm server too, so I might mess around on that more often. But anyways, it's been your boy, Legendary. If you enjoyed this video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good either way. You watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Share with your peoples. Join the Legendary clan. Support the channel. Become legendary.